Wonderful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Simon, reporting live from Kampala, Uganda, East Africa. Otherwise, today we are going to look at the 10 common mistakes that we young people make and regret in life later. I'm not here to pull down anybody. I'm not here to judge anybody. I'm not here to condemn anybody, but I just want us to self-examine ourselves so that we rectify these little mistakes. But because when you look into the statistics, the biggest percentage of the world's population, it's us, it's the young people. And if we don't rectify these little mistakes at the latter end, it might be of greater distraction. Therefore, today we are going to be looking at the 10 common mistakes that we make as young people and regret in life later. Self-examine yourself and see where you need to change and adjust and make a little bit much more better. Otherwise, today it's going to be a countdown from number 10 to 1. Be sure to watch till the end because I have a bonus tip that was given to me by someone which I think might be of greater help to you. Otherwise, let's kickstart it like this. Mistake number 10. Most young people blame their parents for their misfortune. One time, there's one time as we were growing up, way back, as we were still kids, one of my brothers, I think to him, the meal that we're having at that particular moment, it wasn't good, it was bad. Maybe because of what he had seen probably on a neighbor's plate or something. So he said, I wish I was born in the Rupaleria family. Now, for those of you that don't know, here in Uganda, the Rupaleria family is one of the tycoon families that we have here in Uganda. So my brother was wishing that he was born in that family. But I want to let us, I don't know, it might be a different story right there. You might be blaming your parents for something different. But this is what I want to let us know. That by the mere fact that you came to this earth by your parents, that's a blessing in its own, and you must cherish it and work towards a brighter and better future for you and your kids. It is the truth that we must accept that every single day, every single second that passes, the scale is being raised every other day. The scale is being raised. Therefore, you and I have to do quite more than our parents. We must do what our parents didn't do. We need to do quite more than our parents, and so will our kids and our kids and our kids' kids, and so on and so on. But if we stay in regret and blaming our parents, we might not see that into reality. My man said you cannot change yesterday, but you can do something today that will change tomorrow. You can do something today that will change your life forever. Mistake number 9. We think love alone is enough to sustain a relationship. Newsflash, it's not. Most of us only look at love as a major building block of a relationship. By the way, if it's perfect love, we can't say yes, but most of us, it's not love. It's not even perfect love, it is lust. We just love those people because of their nature, because they work out, because they have a good body, because they are beautiful, because of their money, because of their family background. That is lust, it's not even love. You know it just like I do. I want to let us know that your partner's character, your partner's faith, your partner's maturity, your partner's family belief, your partner's love, wants and needs are the major building blocks, and more, and many other that we cannot discuss here, that we have not discussed here because of time, are the major building blocks of a relationship. Most cases we think that because we are 18 years and above, therefore we are mature. But I want to let us know that maturity is not a function of age. Maturity is a function of responsibility. Maturity is a function of wisdom, and maturity is a function of exposure. There's a book I'm reading called When Am I Ready? It's a go-to in terms of relationships. You will thank me later. Mistake number 8. Most young people don't save money. There's one man who sang a song here in Uganda, and it goes like this: Bwenzifunye bwenziryanze, but this is what he meant. He meant, the lyrics are like this, that when I've worked and I'm paid my whole money, boy, so do I spend it without saving anything. It's surprising that this musician is rich. He's not an average guy just like the normal people who listen to his music. I was flipping through channels, and I landed on a talk show where he was hosted, and he was speaking. He was like, I'm going to venture into agriculture. I'm still studying. I'm a music producer now. Boy, the guy is not poor. He's not an average guy. He has amassed some wealth, but I'm quite sure he amassed all the wealth that he has currently through saving and investing. It's so much absurd that there are some young people right here that we have who listen to the lyrics and bounce with the vibe and not save. But this is why we should save. 1, we save for the evil day, and number 2, we save to invest and expand our wealth. You might say, but Simon, I'm not working, I do not work. But this is a habit that we must perfect even before we start working. That little 10K that was given to you as a birthday present by your grandmother, you can save like a 3K, yeah? That 5K that you think came from a tooth fairy when you're sleeping in the night because you removed a tooth, you can save a 2K. That culture of saving, you grow it. Let's listen to these success stories from Dear Dora.
Hi guys, my name is Dear Dora and I'm super glad to be with you here talking about the very many mistakes that we make as the young people. 20s are for the, I don't know, it's all about messing up and fixing yourself and everything. My trick or my advice would be to always make sure you think of another way of getting money. If you have 2 streams bringing in money, you are going to be able to make some saving. That's why you see so many people are doing both professional things and a side hustle. And saving, if you can't find other alternatives, would be to prioritize. Yeah, there are things I would never spend on. I don't know, I don't care unless it's someone's money or someone is on the bill or what. No, that is not me going out there. And there are things I'm willing to spend on, so it is all about making priorities and everything. Then the last thing, even if it is as less as 5K, save it. The word I had is save money right now and money will save you someday. Yeah, so let us try to adapt to that culture in any way, even if it's a box that you're going to be dropping in your coins or in a bank or anywhere. But that is my advice to you. Save right now, the future will be brighter, better, and perhaps longer. Because if you have money, health is there, so it's gonna be longer. Bye!
So if you've not been saving, learn to save. Mistake number 7 that we do as most young people, we despise small beginnings. Now we all know the saying that says a journey of 1,000 miles started with 1 step. It's a process by process. I have a friend of mine who composed a song of recent and it's called Process by Process. But I want to let us know that it's a process. Big conglomerates that we desire, the thriving businesses that we look up to, all those big dreams that we see, it's a process by process. It's a step by step. I'm sorry to say this out loud, but things are not going to unfold just out of the blue and you're on the top. No. Sometimes things are going to come step by step, step by step. Things are going to become a little bit much more clear the more we move and work towards them. One man said that dreams don't come out clearly formed, they don't come out fully formed, but they only become much more clearer as we work on them. A couple of days ago, I had a virtual meeting with one of the people I respect, and he told me that one of the ways that you can respect, or one of the ways that you respect small beginnings, is by being flexible. Flexibility. And this is what I mean. Try out things. Try out different things. Currently, I'm an engineering student at Chambogo University, but you will find me in home renovations. You will find me in home paintings. Boy, you will find me on construction sites. You will find me in garages. You will find me in photography. You will find me speaking. Now, I even want to do farming. So Viola and Trisha, very soon I'll be disturbing you for knowledge. But it's all a process. It's a step by step. So let us start now. Here in Uganda, we are in lockdown. But the bad news is that time isn't in lockdown. Mistake number 6. Most young people invest without research. Things have not yet changed yet. There are still 3 major ways of learning something in life. Number 1, you either read a book about that something, or you watch a video about that something, or you wait until you personally or individually go through that particular thing so that you can learn it. But number 3 hurts more because it might come with greater losses. I have an uncle who went overseas and he worked for some good years, and then when he came back here in Uganda, he invested into farming, but he had not made a little bit more research. And guess what? All his years of hard work, all his efforts that he had, all the discomfort that he had gone through in those countries while he was working to get some money and invest in farming, it didn't produce nothing but losses. Research, research before you invest. You see, even the Bible says that my people perish for a lack of knowledge. Therefore, it clearly shows us that information must precede involvement. So research before you invest. Mistake number 5. Most young people accept and believe everything and anything they hear. That's the bandwagon effect. It's very dangerous. Here in my country, Uganda, a fellow young chap came up with a story about our president's death. Boy, it spread like a wildfire. Everyone was talking about it in the neighborhood, and yet the man is actually so alive and kicking. Sometimes it will intricately take us to search out the matter before we accept any piece of information. So let's watch out. Lies spread much more faster and easier than truth. Let's watch out. Mistake number 5 that most young people make: we tend to give up easily. Every champion has felt it. Every president has felt it. Every leader has felt it. I feel it sometimes. The urge to give up, the urge to quit. Feel it, but don't do it, because there are things that we will lose as young people if we give up easily. I have a friend of mine, a doctor, who also makes a difference in this community, and this is his story.
So, not giving up is very important. For example, I started YouTube in 2017, but my channel was not doing well, and I felt like deleting my channel, the one I'm having right now. I decided to open another channel, but I didn't have content, so I decided to be uploading people's content. And later, YouTube striked that channel, and I remained with the channel that I wanted to delete. With the time, I was uploading videos, but very few views and very few subscribe count. So I really felt like giving up. But there is something that kept me going: my vision. So whenever you have something that you are looking at, you always not give up. And wherever you persist on acquiring something, you will surely acquire something. So I kept on uploading my content, and just one day, a famous YouTuber landed on my channel, and he contacted me, and guess what? He hosted me on his channel, and in just like 1 week, my subscribe count shoot from 426 to 5K that I'm having right now. So never give up.
Thank you. So if we are to make a difference and leave our kids, our offsprings, our seed with the world that we are happy with, it will all start by never quitting. Let's hang on in there. A lot awaits us on the other side of this. Are we together? Mistake number 3. Oh boy, we think school is enough to get rich. Having a degree, having a master's, having a doctorate, boy, is so prestigious and everyone is celebrating you, but it's not enough. I was watching a TED Talk of Dr. Daniel of FarmUp. He's doing tremendously so well. You can check out his channel. It's called FarmUp. He said that one of his professors, while they were still in school, he told him that what they're teaching us in school is simply how to learn. They're teaching us how to learn, but the real lessons are outside there. And it is so true, because things like grit and determination, things like how to deal with your first encounter with disappointment, things like empathy, things like how to handle people, things like how to be responsible, character building, and many other ingredients that we all need are never in school, but we are finding them. We are supposed to find them outside here. So we need to know how to learn. Therefore, let's use the internet for our advantage. Let's use the internet to learn those skills that we don't find in school. Learn skills like management of people, management skills. Let's learn. The list is endless. Mistake number 2. Boy, this one. Spending on trivial things. Most young people, we love to spend on trivial things, and simply because most of us are dealing with imposter syndrome and we want to cope and try to look trendy and glamorous, we want to spend on these trivial things so that we can be like our favorite actor, so that we can be like our favorite celebrity, so that we can look like Mr. Dash that we look up to. It's not bad to look good, it's not bad to look fancy, it's not bad to look like your favorite celebrity, but it's much better to look fancy but with also a sustainable, a dependable financial basis. Yes, the 9 watches are cool, but you only wear one. You know, just because Mrs. Matovu spends most of her weekend evenings on 5-star hotel poolsides, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have to haunt you to actually go and borrow money to just look like her. We need to spend wisely as young people, as teenagers, if we are to be successful at handling money. So instead of spending on trivial things, why not save your money to invest and also help the unfortunate in their evil day? And on that note, Phaneroo Ministries International, of which I am submitted to, we are celebrating 7 years of ministry. We are celebrating 7 years in ministry, and we are going to, in a way, we are going to feed families that have been mostly hit and affected by this lockdown in Uganda. In Uganda, we are in our second lockdown of 42 days. They're about to end, but people are devastated. People are hungry. People don't have what to eat, and 50,000 Ugandan shillings is going to feed a family, which is close to $13.9 US, I think. But guess what? Am I going to ask for this money from my parents? No, I'm not. I have savings. We have savings to feed a couple of families. If you feel it, join in and be the blessing that you are. And that's the Hope campaign. You are making a difference with your saving than spending on trivial things. Mistake number 1. Most young people ignore the existence of God. It's so absurd. In as much as we work hard to manifest the greatness that is within and the success that we want, it is God that grants us the power. It is God that grants us the strength to do so. The air we breathe, it's all by Him. All these advancements and technologies that we are seeing in the world today, it is God that gives that knowledge. It is God that gives that wisdom for the people to do all those things. Amass all the wealth that you want. Amass, oh, by the way, God pleasures in the prosperity of His children. But when you find yourself at the top up there, never forget to remember that behind all that success is God. The bonus tip is having self-control. There's a proverb that actually says a man without self-control is actually like a house with its windows and doors knocked out. That means he or she is defenseless. Therefore, let's have self-control. A like, a share, a comment, a subscribe. Thank you guys. Let's meet in the next one. Simon Kine.